IHSAA boys basketball action headed your way live from Case Arena. Tonight is act number 2 with this doubleheader. It's Crawfordsville Athenians come to pay a visit to the Frankfort Hot Dogs in a matchup of Sagamore Conference opponents. Crawfordsville coming in at 6-7. Frankfort winning 7 of their last 8 games. They are now 8-6 overall. Joined by Joe Rook, I'm Sean Walker. Joe, we saw a very entertaining girls basketball matchup in the first game. What do you think we might see here in game number 2?
Absolutely. That first game, Crawfordsville girls able to beat Frankfort 33-29. It was close throughout, and that's something that we would certainly expect here in the boys' game, Sean. Frankfort coming in a nice little winning streak here, 8-6, getting 2 games over 500. See if they can keep it rolling. Crawfordsville coming in at 6-7. 2-1 in the conference. Frankfort 2-1 in the conference. So this turns out a pretty big game for the Sagamore Conference, Sean.
Crawfordsville led by Kale Corsi, 11.9 points per contest. On the other side for the Hot Dogs, a little undermanned tonight. They will be missing about 25, 26 points per game as Jay Strode is no longer with the team. And Kai Kirby, the second leading scorer, broke his wrist last week against Clinton Central. So for Frankfort head coach Dave McCullough, it's going to be next man up mentality. Who's another player you think, Joe, that might be able to step up and help carry these Hot Dogs down the stretch?
I kind of look for the seniors, Perry and Cruz, to kind of take another step forward for Frankfort. They've kind of been in the what you might call a secondary role for Frankfort. So now, opportunity for the seniors to step up and see what it could do. And also for Russell, number 23, he had a really good game out of Clinton Central last weekend, kind of helped Frankfort get over the hump in that game. And so those 3 seniors, let's see what they'll be able to do tonight.
It's going to be awesome. We'll step aside for the national anthem when we come back. Starters and tip right here on ISC. Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a 3rd season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
Welcome you back to Everett Case Arena, Frankfort, Indiana, Sagamore Conference matchup between the Crawfordsville Athenians and the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Your starting lineups first up for this Crawfordsville Athenians. It'll be Kale Corsi, their leading scorer, Ethan McLemore, Tyson Fuller, Caden Underwood, and Alex Sadian. You see the names on your screen there for Coach David Pierce and his Crawfordsville ball club. As Joe mentioned earlier, 2-1 in conference play are both of these teams, so a big kind of pivotal shift on the line here tonight. Want to stay atop or close to the top of those conference standings. And you've got Sagamore Conference opponents. You got 2 long-time historic programs in Crawfordsville and Frankfort, Joe. And just to prove that it's a small world after all, assistant coach and JV head coach Danny Pierce was the college roommate of Frankfort's head coach, Dave McCullough.
Yeah, that's an interesting little sidelight here for tonight's game. So I'm sure, I wonder if they had an opportunity to talk a little bit about things here before the game, a little reminiscing and maybe throwing a few jabs at each other here about tonight's game. So
There's been a lot of coaching between those two on the sidelines for
Absolutely.
many, many years, in between the college roommate days. And on the other side for the Hot Dogs, as they dim the lights, student section flashes the cell phones. You get the strobes going. We're ready to roll here at Frankfort High School. The starters tonight for Frankfort: Doug Wood, Quincy Perry, Christopher Russell, Victor Cruz, who has been a little guy that, or I should say a little guy, he's been the guy that's done a little bit of everything this season for Frankfort, and Alex Farley. Those are your starters. And more about Cruz and his numbers. He missed a little bit of time earlier this season, but since his return, Frankfort is 4-0. He's averaging 9 points, almost 8 rebounds. You said earlier you look for him to kind of step up. He's one of those seniors, and even though you're down a couple players here tonight, you've got 5 seniors on this ball club, and those guys have got to kind of help pave the way and be leaders.
Right. So, yeah, absolutely. So, Coach McCullough, he's won a lot of games. Sean, he's a great coach. I think he'll do a good job of getting the Frankfort players out on the floor in a position to give them a positive opportunity to come through and do well. So let's see what Frankfort can do tonight. So I expect them to play well. I really do.
Coach McCall has not only won a lot of games, he's won a lot of games inside this arena, even long before he was the head coach of the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
Yes.
I know he
broke
our hearts.
Noblesville Millers had some good teams coming through here, and yes, he's had some big wins here on this floor. Yes.
I never learned to dislike and then love a player more than Old Town Coverdale.
Yeah.
Broke our hearts as a Noblesville Miller. Him and Coach Dave McCullough handed us back-to-back losses to end our seasons in 96 and 97.
Yes. That last one in 97, that was a great game.
And then Tommy went to IU.
Yeah.
I'm an IU guy, so I had to love him after that.
Yeah. Change of colors did him good.
It did. It really did.
Here we go.
Yeah, a little premature jump there as Victor Cruz will
Just kidding, said the official.
look to jump here against Alex Sadian. This one tracked down by Tyson Fuller, and Crawfordsville will have the first possession.
Looks like Frankfort's going to start out in a little man-to-man action here this evening.
That was McLemore with the ball a moment ago, number 10. There's your leading scorer for Crawfordsville, and Cale Coursey. They look down low to Sadian. Perry, nice job coming over to help out the Hot Dogs. First trip empty for Crawfordsville. It's Doug Wood with it for Frankfort. Man-to-man defense for Crawfordsville. Down low to Wood, back out top. 23 is Chris Russell. Wood to Russell.
Frankfort showing
There's
good
Cruz.
patience here on the first possession. Everybody getting a touch.
Cruz. Very athletic, very shifty, and he gets that one to go.
Very good start for Victor Cruz and the Hot Dogs. Stayed patient. Got a few pump fakes. The guy in the air scores 2.
McLemore looking for his teammate and Tyson Fuller, and Crawfordsville turns it over. Joe, you said you were in attendance last week with Clinton Central. You got to see Frankfort in person on that one. What stood out to you over these last 7 or 8 games with Frankfort? What's kind of helped change the tide for them?
Well, I think just the intensity level has been a lot better. And I think also the familiarity of the coach. Nice move. Far. I didn't get it to go.
Wood right there with the steal. To your point, it's year 1 with Dave McCullough.
Yes.
I got to figure out a system.
Yeah.
They look ahead. Sadian, he'll get the first bucket for Crawfordsville. 6'4" sophomore. That's great size for the young man.
Showed good athleticism running down the floor, too.
Cruz going to let a 3 fly. That one off the mark. Wood tried to keep it alive, but it's tracked down by Fuller. Nobody stops the ball. But a little hasty. Crawfordsville actually maintains possession. There's a rebound for Cruz. Alex Farley has it knocked away momentarily. Wood on the attack. In the lane. Nice drive.
Good job, Doug Wood. Getting the ball, taking it to the basket for his first 2.
Doug Wood's one of those players that could maybe benefit from a few more offensive touches, too, with Kirby being out.
That's a good possibility, absolutely. We'll need him to come through and get a few more good looks.
That shot on the way. 3 knocked down by Caden Underwood. Coach Pierce told me he's a senior that has come on as of late. He's proven that he could be a 3-point shooter. That's why you find him in the starting lineup. Not averaging a ton of points on the season, but starting to find his groove. That pass a little low as Perry couldn't handle it. Coursey in the lane, spin move up, and they're going to count the bucket.
Good strong move by Cale Coursey. Drew the contact, made the hoop onto the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
We're going to get Quincy Perry with the foul. That's his first foul of the game on either team. Coursey good from the stripe. Coursey a 67% free throw shooter on the season, but he'll look like 95% form right there. Farley runs out of real estate in the lane, but a little inside-outside action. No, Wood there, offensive glass, and he goes right back up.
Good rebound by Wood, and the Hot Dogs showing good effort on the offensive glass.
Coursey gets it over to Fuller.
Frankfort, I believe, falling back in kind of a trapping zone defense here, which they've employed some different times this year.
Underwood that time a little too strong. That rebound bounces way of the Athenians. Down low. Good post move. Cruz with the rebound.
Good job, Victor Cruz on the defense. Went straight up, hands straight up in the air. Didn't try to swat at it. Got the rebound. Good defense by Frankfort and Cruz there.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with the size of Alex Sadie. I mean, it's one thing to have the height at 6'4", but as a sophomore, he's built more like a junior or senior.
Yes. Very solid young man. Looks to be able to run the floor very well, too.
Number 5 is going to check in for Crawfordsville. That's Drake Burris. Seeing his first varsity action here tonight. Farley in the lane. Left hand. Get that one to go, and Crawfordsville heads the other way. Traveling violation, though, gives the ball back to the Dogs.
Crawfordsville, 3rd turnover here in the first quarter. I wonder if that's a new thing Frankfort might do a little bit with Alex Farley. Maybe try to use his height from the guard position, kind of post him up some underneath now.
Wood to Cruz.
Nice.
Good hesitation.
Good move underneath. Cruz for his second basket. There's Frankfort getting beat down the floor again by your athletic sophomore, Sadie.
Sadie now with 4. Him and Cruz. That might be a fun matchup to watch all night. Those two battling a little bit. The turnover here. Burris pushes. Floater off glass. Got it. And we'll get our first time out of the game. As Coach McCullough not liking what he's seeing right now out of Frankfort. This timeout brought to us by our friends at Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Their team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry, and they believe strongly in continuing their education to make sure they provide their patients with the latest technology and techniques. You can visit them over on Jackson Street in Frankfort, Indiana. Give them a call at 654-7222, Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. And Dr. Jill Snyder, been a longtime supporter of the ISC Sports Network and our affiliation and cooperation with the local schools and the students and all the broadcasts that we bring, trying to highlight these programs and young student athletes. I want to thank all of our sponsors, because without them, Joe and I'd have to do this for free.
Yeah. I enjoy doing it, but gee whiz.
I just kidding. I would do it for free. Just don't tell my boss that.
Yeah, I understand.
12-8 your score. Crawfordsville, the 4-point lead. Wood looking for Quincy backdoor and threw that one out of bounds.
Good idea. Just pass might be a little bit high there by Doug Wood.
Coach McCauley can't be pleased there as takes the timeout, draws something up, tries to get it together, and turnover occurs. Sadian out top being guarded by Perry. Frankfort switching on defense. I'm with you. It is kind of a zone, isn't it? Looks man-to-man for a moment.
Yeah.
Loose ball here. Jump ball possession to Frankfort.
Get to see a replay here. Ball on the floor. Everybody hustling after it. Jump ball going Frankfort's way.
31 is checked in for Frankfort. That's Jaden Skinner. Skinner thought about the three, puts it on the deck, out to Perry. Mid-range jumper, splash.
Quincy Perry's got a nice-looking jump shot. They need to try to get him some looks.
Perry's career high 15 points. He did that versus Tri-West this season.
Speaking of good-looking jump shot.
Of course, he knocks down the three. Crawfordsville out to a 5-point lead here, first quarter action. Wood in the lane. Defense backs off, and he makes them pay.
Doug Wood off to a fast start offense tonight. This is 6-point.
Average just a little over 6 points per game on the season, and he's already there, as Joe just said. And there are approximately 25 points to be had if Frankfort wants to stay on their same scoring pace. It's a lot of touches for other players now. Coursey, three, got it.
Good-looking three-point shot Kale has out there.
18-12, and Coach McCall going to take another timeout here after back-to-back threes from Coursey. This portion of our broadcast brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. For over 15 years, the coalition has been committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. Laura Archibald and her staff do a fantastic job at Healthy Communities of Clinton County. All the programs that they put on and help families, help youth, help those with mental struggles. Make sure you go see them for whatever your need might be. I know the Youth Rise program has been highly successful here in Clinton County. Frankfort's own Doug Wood, who's got 6 points tonight, takes part in that program.
It is a great program. It is a great program. I wonder, Coach McCauley, timeout, I wonder if we'll stick in that zone. Cale Coursey, Crawfordsville leading scorer, off to a quick start with 9 points already. I wonder if we'll go man-to-man. Let's take a look, see if they change up a little bit.
While you were talking, Joe, I was watching them shoot the T-shirt cannon, and they were trying to get some fans in the upper deck there a T-shirt, and instead it landed on one of the catwalks. So
So you're saying the guy coming out to change the lights gets a T-shirt?
Yeah, in about 6 years from now. Or whoever's got the audacity to try to go out on the catwalks here high above Case Arena. You won't catch me up there.
No, I wouldn't want to be up there.
It's a struggle for me just to make it up this little spiral staircase. Body down low, they're going to call it offensive.
I don't think there was much there, but the Crawfordsville player here would take a look at it. Let's see. I think a good job by the player for Crawfordsville. He felt a little pressure, so he fell back. So
you did see on the replay there the little bit of a chicken wing. Got the elbow out extended.
Yeah, a little bit.
Coursey looking for three straight. That was a little bit of a heat check. He missed. That shot up right before the buzzer, but does not go in. And after one, Crawfordsville leads Frankfort 18-12. We'll step aside when we come back. More high school basketball headed your way on the ISC Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment. Welcome you back to Case Arena here. Start a second quarter on this wonderful Friday night. Been a little cold in Indiana. Warmed up a little bit today to melt some of the snow away.
We need to get rid of some of that snow. We don't need much of that around here.
It causes us to take a little bit of a different path to get into the gymnasium tonight. Snow built up on top of Case Arena and was falling around the entrance, so they had us come around the side of the building. Show off a little more of the new renovations, though.
Sean, I'll mention to Niehaus that maybe you're willing to take a look at that in the morning. Maybe you can ladder up there and get some of that snow off.
No, I don't think that.
That would work. All right, well, just thinking out loud.
I might get about a rung or two up those stairs before coming back down. Turnover gives the ball back to the Hot Dogs. They trail in this one early on by 6.
Crawfordsville staying in their man. Good look underneath by Skinner. Got pushed in the back. Oh,
they called the foul.
Holy cow, calling for traveling. Let's take a look at that. Good night.
Hand right in the middle of the back, as you said, Joe.
Oh, my gosh. Got him for traveling. Well, that gentleman owes us one in the striped shirt.
Our officiating crew tonight, Ben Abernathy, Vinny Bruce, and Ryan Fisher for this boys varsity contest.
Good drive there by Drake going through the line for Crawfordsville, through the lane rather.
Now out to an 8-point lead. Again, Frankfort coming in. They've won 7 out of 8. Wood inside, shot up, got it to go, and he'll earn a trip to the line.
Doug Wood showing good strength there. Skinner getting opportunity to play, made a good entry pass there to Wood. Allowed him to get to the basket there. Opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Frankfort's last 8 games, that only loss came at Lebanon. Obviously, their biggest rival. Lebanon ranked this year, number 12, 13-3 on the season. But Frankfort hung pretty tight in that one. That was only an 11-point win for Lebanon.
Yep, Frankfort has been playing very well here in the last few weeks. But as you mentioned earlier, a little different lineup here this evening.
This will be the look you'll see the rest of the season for these Hot Dogs.
Yes.
Trailing by 5 in this one. So far for Frankfort, it's been Doug Wood's night. At 9 points. It looks like he's got a jammed finger, too. He's got a finger taped pretty heavily on that shooting hand. Trying to not let it slow him down as Sadian slips to the bucket. His 3rd field goal. He's got 6.
As you said, he's a good-looking sophomore underneath there.
24 is Caden Jarman on the floor for Frankfort. He flashes right there. Leaves that one a little short.
Good move, just didn't get an opportunity to finish.
Traveling violation. For Caden Jarman, we saw him on the football field a handful of times this year in our coverage of Frankfort football, and did a nice job at wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. So he should have good hands as he flashes through the lane there to pick that ball up, so maybe he can get a few baskets for the Dogs. Right on cue.
Flashes again. That one off the mark. Loose ball. Track down. It's Sadian on the break. Jump stop. No. And a foul on the reach there. They're going to get Chris Russell. That's number 2 on Russell. And after a few moments rest there to start the second quarter, Cale Coursey will check back in. Quincy Perry comes back in for Frankfort as Russell comes out. Number 10, Ethan McLemore for Crawfordsville will take a seat. A long inbound out to Fuller. 5.5 to go before the half. There's Burris. He's getting a couple field goals early on in this one. Nice hands by Jarman. Gets the takeaway.
Good defense by Frankfort there.
Wood looking down low for Jarman. Doesn't find him. Gets it to Farley instead. Farley to Jarman. That one kind of wide of its target. It goes out of bounds, but it'll stay Frankfort's basketball. Farley will look to inbound here for the Hot Dogs. Alex Farley's father, Eric Farley, an assistant coach on the Hot Dogs Ball Club. Played his high school basketball for Frankfort. We're going on to play some college basketball. They're going to get Cruz with another traveling violation in the paint.
I like the effort with Cruz going to the basket, though. Hope he maintains that willingness to get in there and mix it up a little bit on the offensive end. Try to get to the rim.
Paying close attention to Coursey on those closeout now after knocking down a couple of threes. Don't have to give him very much daylight. Good pass. Sadian, bucket. That was a nicely designed play.
It was. Sadian now with 8 points.
Wood calling out the action here for Frankfort. Back to Perry, thought about the three. Wood in the lane, put a little spin on it. Couldn't get it to bank in, but
Frankfort kind of on the danger zone here. 24-15 trail with basically 4 minutes to go before halftime. Don't want to go down double digits if we keep from it.
Crawfordsville will work it around the outside here on this offensive possession. Sadian with it way out top, really forcing that Frankfort defense to extend. Back door, but Farley's there to knock it away.
Good heads up move by Farley, defensive end.
Perry back to Farley. Screen on each side, he'll decide to go left. Wood lets the three go. No, but Jarman there for the offensive rebound. Perry step back, no. Cruz battling down low. Back up and in.
Cruz showing very good footwork underneath the basket there. Good basket. Good offensive rebound and basket by Victor Cruz.
Coach Pierce going to take a timeout now. Talk things over after a great effort by Cruz. He's fun to watch,
yeah,
Joe.
He really, he shows some good moves underneath there. And Frankfort's got to have that from Victor if we're going to be successful now.
FiberHawk is now available. You can get FiberHawk internet with super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. Tell you what else is fast, and that's Victor Cruz.
He's showing some pretty slick moves under there, and he's one of the guys that we thought maybe would need to take a step forward for Frankfort now, with things being a little different with a couple players out for the rest of the year. So opportunity for Victor to shine.
You know, really, I mean, outside of Corsi and Wood, kind of getting things done at the guard, down in the post, it's been Sadian and Cruz for each team who's kind of battled it out. And I'm looking at these numbers, and Sadian, the sophomore, 8.8 points, 6 rebounds. And then you look on the other side, and Cruz is at almost 9 points and 8 rebounds. 69% field goal shooter is Cruz.
Yes. Well, and most of the shots he takes are underneath, or he has a nice jump shot, and he makes good decisions on that shot. He usually takes them when he's open, not being crowded.
7-point game, Crawfordsville leading Frankfort in the Sagamore Conference battle. Inside to Sadie, and nice hands to hang on to that one. Put him in that high post again. Burris, lefty, lets it go. There's something about a lefty, Joe. It just always looks better for some reason. I don't understand it.
Especially when it goes through the net, it always looks better too. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Wood loses the handle. Players hit the deck, and Farley will secure it for Frankfort.
Frankfort dodging the bullet there.
Get a foul with the body. As Farley's kind of taking over a lot of the ball handling duties here for Frankfort. Another look at it there, Joe.
Yep. Bodied up there on the Crawfordsville player. Frankfort ball out of bounds. Trailing by 9.
Farley obviously can score the basketball, but he's got 8 games with 5+ assists this season for Frankfort. Does a good job facilitating. Perry runs out of real estate, looking for some help.
Good patience by Quincy Perry. Didn't have a turnover. Didn't pass out of that.
Farley did a great job using the body there, but couldn't finish.
Couldn't quite get her down.
Burris ahead to Sadian. Cross court. Corsi, extra pass. 3 buckets.
Very good pass by Corsi. Made the extra pass open. 3 knocked down by, who was that?
Ethan McLemore. 6'1" junior knocked down that 3. And then he gets the block on this end on Perry.
Good timing. Looked to be pretty much all ball, too. Good block.
Farley will inbound for Frankfort. 12-point game. Right back to the inbounder here. Farley, double team. This time they call the foul against Crawfordsville.
Farley kind of got bailed out there on that call. We were in a little trouble there, but
there's your one back you were asking for earlier.
I need a bigger one than that, though. I'm being a little greedy. We need a bigger one than that back. But anyway.
Caden Underwood checks in here for Crawfordsville. Drake Burris will take a seat. 3, Perry, no. Farley keeps it alive and then ripped away by McLemore. Wood got a hand on it, enough to disrupt the shot, and now Cruz secures for Frankfort. Under a minute. Cruz puts it on the deck, splits the defense, and finishes.
Excellent job, Victor Cruz.
I think that's where Frankfort needs to play through. Down low, this one's swatted away by Wood.
Good defense there by Doug Wood. 10-point game, Frankfort. Here we get a replay of that. Good effort from behind.
Crawfordsville inbound. They throw it deep. Cruz gets a hand on it. And Fuller tracks it down. As we approach 30 seconds. Drive and finish. There's Corsi again. His first 2 in the second quarter.
Continuing his good first half. Offensive end.
He's at his season average pretty much here at halftime. We've got a 12-point lead. Frankfort looks like they're going to hold for the final shot here. Perry finds Jarman. Corner, Wood, 3, short, Cruz, put back. Victor Cruz with 10 points going into the half, and that was a huge offensive rebound and putback right before the buzzer. Your score at the end of 2, 31-21. Stay tuned. We'll be back with our halftime show right after these messages.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer.
Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
It's halftime here at Everett Case Arena. John Milhall in court. Your score 31-21. Crawfordsville on top of Frankfort. And Joe, before we get into too much of the first half of this game, I want to pay a little homage to John Milhall. And he was the administrator, principal when I came through in the 90s here. I know he spent quite a bit of time at Frankfort as the head coach. And I did not know that John Milhall went to Eastern Illinois University in his playing days.
Yes, he did. I think he had some. Records scoring-wise there for Eastern Illinois. I don't know if he still holds any, but I think he had some pretty good success there as a player.
He was the all-time leading scorer for over 30 years before it was broken. He's still in the top 5, and I found all this doing research recently for a Clinton Prairie game, and I thought, I haven't talked up Coach Peckinpah very much, Chad Peckinpah, and I knew he had gone to play college there, and I was scrolling through to see what Chad's accomplishments might have been from their all-time leader book, and I saw a black and white photo of John Milholland as a young man, and I knew as soon as I saw that was him.
Yeah.
And I want to say hats off to John Milholland on an awesome career at Eastern Illinois.
Good.
And then a great coaching tenure here at Case Arena for a long time for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. I hope he's enjoying retirement.
Yes.
These days.
Well deserved for Coach Milholland, yes.
31-21 your score at the half. Crawfordsville leading by 10. As we run some of the highlights from the first half, Crawfordsville is led in scoring by number 3, Cale Corsi. He's got 11 points at the half. Alex Sadian has chipped in with 8. Drake Burris with 6. And Ethan McLemore and Caden Underwood both with 3 apiece for Crawfordsville. They have 5 players in the scoring column. On the other side for Frankfort, just 3 players have scored. Victor Cruz leads the way with 10. Doug Wood with 9. Quincy Perry with 2. Frankfort's got to find a way to get some others involved, Joe. What do you say going to the second?
Yeah, they do. Quincy Perry there on the highlights showing that jump shot there. I'd like to see him get a few more shots. Good look. He's got a good-looking shot, so maybe Quincy can get going here in the second half. But very impressed with Victor Cruz first half. Done a very good job for Frankfort, 10 points and a few rebounds. Here's a good look at Victor right there. Powers through that, gets that bucket. Doug Wood, one of his 2 of 9 points for Doug, I believe, the first half, yes.
Yep.
So, and there's your sophomore for Crawfordsville. Sadian doing a good job underneath, so 10-point lead here as we continue to look at this. These highlights here in the first half. Frankfort needs to try to get a few stops and get off to a good start here in the third quarter. Don't want to fall any further behind than we are.
For these Frankfort Hot Dogs, their next game, well, it's tomorrow. How about a back-to-back? And guess who will be back to do that game for you? Joe and I.
Hey.
We get to see the West Lafayette Red Devils come to town.
How lucky can the fans be, Sean?
It's your lucky day at home. For Crawfordsville, their next game tomorrow as well. That's at Northview. This is the first of 4 straight road games for Crawfordsville as they head down the stretch, the final month approaching for both of these teams on the season as we continue to show you those highlights from the first half. That was Cruz's final 2 there that gave him his 10 on the nice putback. For Frankfort, they get quite a few home games here in a row. We've got Crawfordsville for you tonight on the air. We've got West Lafayette tomorrow, February 2nd. We'll have that Danville game for you. And they got North Montgomery and Carroll at home. I know we have that Carroll basketball game as well. Carroll ranked number 11 in 2A this year. They've had a really nice season. They got a well-rounded team. That might be a fun one to tune into here on the ISC Sports Network in cooperation with Hot Dog TV. And again here at Frankfort, we want to thank the students behind the scenes. Teacher Richard Salee, Athletic Director Ed Niehaus for being so gracious, letting us come in and kind of partner, put this program together, get some real-world experience for the young boys and girls behind the scene, and then getting to cover our student athletes here on the floor for both of these schools.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys and gals do a great job here helping us, Sean. They make, as we said earlier, they make our job a little easier. So
I want to also thank the superintendent of Community Schools of Frankfort, Dr. Rhoda. I know he has been a big proponent of the CTE programs and radio and TV. There he is on the screen right now.
Yep.
Down there with Principal Long.
So hats off to Dr. Rhoda. We appreciate that very much.
Rocking the Adidas gear. I know that because I just ordered that exact same shirt, only mine will have a different logo on it.
You didn't get a hot dog on your logo?
I don't, you know.
Why not?
I thought that maybe being alumni, I would get a little bit of love, maybe a hat, a shirt, something along the way. And every time I ask, I just get told to go talk to somebody.
Yes. Go talk to them. No luck there either, right?
Well, maybe they don't carry to my size. That could always be the possibility.
I understand. So
that's going to do it for our halftime show. We'll take a quick break when we come back. Third quarter basketball heads your way.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Start of the third quarter here at Frankfort High School. Beautiful Case Arena. This portion of our broadcast tonight brought to us by our friends at Mulberry Telecommunications, where they currently offer service in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, Piermont, and other communities in Clinton and Tippecanoe County. Expanding services into Carroll County as well, with Flora and Bringhurst later this summer. And we're even going to put some fiber out there in Jefferson. If you want more information, visit mintel.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, it's the best gig in town.
Excellent.
Needed to borrow the pet band drummer for that one. Frankfort will start out with the basketball first, see if they can carve into this 10-point lead.
Yeah, first few minutes going to be very important here for Frankfort. Get off to a good start.
Doug Wood with an aggressive drive there. Looks like he'll draw the foul on Sadian. I don't know that I've called Sadian for another foul. I have not. It's his first.
Doug Wood showing good aggressive move there, trying to build on his 9-point first half production.
Wood from the free throw line, can't get that one to drop. Doug, a 45% free throw shooter on the season. He's going to miss both on this trip. Doug, a friend of the program, been on a few of our broadcasts of the girls' basketball games with us this year. Expressed some interest in want to be a broadcaster. I literally looked at him and said, why? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Doug did a great job.
Frankfort coming out aggressive man-to-man. They played man-to-man and zone that first half.
Wood doing a good job of playing post defense there against Corsi. You get a loose ball foul here against the Hot Dogs.
I think if that's on Russell, that's his third foul, and it is.
So Russell had a nice scoring output the other night. 13 points against Clinton Central. He's been held scoreless so far here.
Good out of bounds playing there by Crawfordsville, getting Sadian another basket.
Sadian's in double figures now with 10. Lead now to 12. This one off Crawfordsville. Jarman will come in. Russell will check out. Talking about Cruz having a nice first half here. He had a real good game against Clinton Central as well. 19 points and 12 rebounds. Go along with 3 steals. I think offensively right here, Cruz has got to get a touch.
Yeah.
Maybe not that far away from the bucket. Farley runner gets it to go.
I think that's Farley's first basket this evening. He's a guy Frankfort needs to get going as well.
His first bucket gets the scoring started in the third quarter for Frankfort. Get it back to a 10-point game, and now a foul here. We could have probably flipped a coin on who they wanted to call that foul on. A lot of hands in there.
Wood picked that up. Of course, the free throw percentage looks to be 67% coming into the night.
2 for 2 so far. To your point, Case Arena kind of being a shooter's gym. You said you like to shoot in here, and his free throws have looked really good tonight.
Yep.
Jarman out to Wood and then over to Perry. A lot of movement on offense for Frankfort. It's a good thing. They're not just standing around, and Jarman able to finish.
Good move by Caden in there for his first basket this evening. Good strength.
McElmore pushed it up and then slows things down now for Crawfordsville. And kind of a stack screen at the top, and it frees up Coursey for another three. His third. He's got 16 points tonight. At this pace, he may make a run for his career high. It was 24 earlier this season against Bethesda Christian.
Well, he has shown that he's got an excellent three-point shot, so Frankfort needs to pay close attention. Not much room for that passing there by Farley.
That one knocked away, and then Coach McCall is going to take a timeout, and that's going to leave the Hot Dogs with just one timeout remaining.
Yeah, I understand why he took the timeout. Things about to get away from Frankfort here. We may not be able to get back in. It's 38-25. Trying to make a few more adjustments to try to stem the tide from the Athenians here.
Frankfort Hot Dogs will play in sectional 22. They'll face teams like Western, who's 10-6 on the season. Benton Central, who's 11-5. Rensselaer Central, who's 10-5. And Frankfort's got that fourth best overall record. One of their opponents they could potentially face in sectional, they'll see tomorrow night here at home. And that's West Lafayette, and we will have that one for you on the ISC Sports Network.
Is that sectional at Frankfort this year?
You know, I know the girls is at Benton Central. My notes right here say Frankfort, but I have a feeling I'm wrong. We can look it up, though.
Well, I just wondered.
It should be. This gymnasium is absolutely awesome. The sectional was held here for many, many, many years.
Frankfort's changed up a little bit coming out, showing a little bit of a zone. Wow. And number 5,
Burris.
Yeah, Drake Burris draining down his three.
He's got 9 points now. Run out, Perry hits the floor. Sadian picks it up. Off, Coursey can't tip. A lot of contact in there. We'll see if they count the bucket. Still no signal. Bucket's good.
A lot of action out there, as you mentioned. Bodies flying, hands flying. That Coursey got another basket. He's having himself quite a game on the offensive thing.
Remains
offensive
perfect.
Side of ball tonight.
Perfect from the line.
Frankfort in dire need of some points here.
Cruz in the lane. Going to draw a foul here against Coursey. That sectional is at Frankfort this year. Just confirmed.
Good job. Okay. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate that.
My notes were correct.
Doubling up as the announcer and the information guy.
Hey, usually the sectionals are played at same spot. This year the girls will be at Benton Central. Boys here at Frankfort.
Frankfort's third turnover this quarter. Frankfort only had 5 turnovers in the first half, already 3 in this quarter. Frankfort going to bring the defense down a little bit. See if it can stem the tide here on the Athenians.
Crawfordsville hits the deck. Burris, jumper. A little strong that time, but another offensive rebound by McLemore. This one tipped out off Frankfort.
Well, we mentioned, too, that Frankfort needs to get going offensively, but if they're really going to get back next game, got to start on the defensive end, too, Sean. They got to get some stops, give themselves a chance on the offensive end to cut into the lead.
18-point lead for Crawfordsville. Deflection there from Farley. Stay Seville basketball. You know, for Coach McCullough, long time proud on the sidelines. You go back to 1994, and he has 26 winning seasons. Only one season. Take that back. One season over that span, he went 8-14. Another one, he was 11-11.
So his years of coaching, he had one losing season. That's pretty
darn good going back to 94. That shot, no good. McCullough actually ranks right now as the 4th winningest coach out of the coaches that are active. And he's number 15 on the all-time list. He's only 4 wins behind Jimmy Howe for 14th place. He's got 621 career wins. He needs 24 more victories to pass the legendary Marion Crawley and move into 13th place. Now you're starting to get into those legendary names.
Yeah, he's coached a long time and he's had excellent success. So I think, personally as a Frankfort fan, I was glad to see him come to Frankfort and coach. Obviously,
38 years at the helm, a .696 career winning percentage. Well, that one looked like that was going to drop for Corsi as well, as he hasn't missed much tonight. He'll head back to the free throw line where Frankfort's been perfect.
Yeah, Frankfort's struggling on the defensive end, Sean. Crawfordsville pretty much able to get whatever they want offensively.
Running out of scoring in my third quarter space here for Corsi.
Yeah, he needs to slow it down.
He's got 20 points in the game.
Come in averaging 12 points a game, so he blew by that a long time ago.
It's another one there, and he has 8 games in double figures this season. And coming into tonight over his last 3, it upped his average to over 15 points per game. If he keeps scoring tonight, that's going to get even better.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun to watch, though. A shot off the mark. Ball corralled by Crawfordsville. Underwood gets it to go.
Good outlet pass by Crawfordsville, setting up Underwood for the easy 2.
5 points for Caden Underwood. Caden, a 3-sport athlete like many of these players you see on the floor. Wood, partially blocked by Corsi.
I think you're going to get Corsi for a foul. He's had a little discussion there with the officials saying, are you sure? Are you sure that was a foul?
I think the thing that's impressed me a lot tonight as I watch these two teams play, and especially on the Frankfort side, Coach Dave Pierce has been at Crawfordsville now in his 13th year, and you can tell that his system, his program, his execution has been well developed over those 13 years. These Frankfort Hot Dogs, this is a different looking team under Coach Dave McCullough.
Absolutely. The last couple of weeks, they're very well organized, very well put together.
Wood gets both during that trip. He's 3 for 5 at the line tonight.
With a couple of their players that have been playing a lot now are not out there this evening, so they're having to, I'm not saying having to start over, but it's definitely a different feel and a different look for them.
Number 20 for Crawfordsville's on the floor for the first time, Ezekiel Cardenas, 5'9" senior. They look back door. That ball disrupted. Jump ball, Frankfort possession. Frankfort trailing by 20 here at home. Not necessarily the way the Hot Dogs wanted this one to go tonight, but in their first game without their top 2 scorers on the season, trying to find their way, and Jaden Skinner knocks down a 3.
A good looking jump shot by Mr. Skinner.
Burris tries to play through Cruz and cannot. Frankfort on the break. Wood slows it down. Farley lines up a 3. Buckets. Back-to-back 3s for Frankfort. Coach Pierce going to take a full timeout.
Good look there by Farley, knocks down a 3. As you mentioned, Sean, Frankfort had 2 threes knocked down in a row. Pierce quick to call the timeout, try to stem the tide there by the Hot Dogs.
Make sure you stay connected to ISC all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app store. You can watch all the games live or from the archives. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. And this broadcast tonight, again, partnership between the Hot Dog TV Network and the ISC Sports Network. I want to give a big shout out to our student crew working the game for you this evening. Make sure you go check out their YouTube page, Hot Dog TV. A lot of games, interviews, all the cool stuff the students get to put together here at Frankfort.
Well, with a minute 7 to go in the third quarter, Sean, there's still time. There's still plenty of time for Frankfort to get back in this and make a run at it. Crawfordsville had their first turnover in this third quarter, which Frankfort took advantage of, went down and got a 3. So continue to play good defense, make things tough on Crawfordsville, and see if we can get a few open looks and knock them down.
Farley, scoreless in the first half. He's got 5 points here in the third quarter, and that last 3 that he hit, that was a real quick trigger. He's got a fast release.
He's got a good-looking shot, too. Frankfort has some good-looking shooters. We just need the opportunities to take them and see what we can do.
If I remember correctly, it was his father, Eric Farley, that won the three-point contest at like the NBA draft or something in the 90s. Something that came through Indianapolis, and he was there and he won it.
Really?
I know it made the papers. I know he won a three-point contest. I just don't remember the event.
Well, I'll be darned.
I've slept too many times since then.
That's an interesting tidbit there. Crawfordsville running a kind of a weave down through the lane here, looking to take the last shot, I'm guessing, here in the quarter.
Under 30 seconds to go. They get it to Corsi, and that's a good hand to get it into. He's had the hot hand tonight. If you're looking to free up a shot for a guard, you get it to Corsi. If you're going down low, it's been Sadian. Corsi finds some space, fadeaway jumper, and he has been on fire. Wood gets it up. Can't get it to go, and rebound by Fuller. Frankfort made a little bit of a run there, but it is a 16-point lead going into the fourth. 49-33 your score. Back with more basketball right after this.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Start of the fourth quarter here on the ISC Sports Network in cooperation with Hot Dog TV. Joined by Joe Rook, I'm Sean Walker. Been an entertaining night of basketball here from Frankfort High School. We had a girls basketball game that came down to the final moments earlier. Boys basketball game, we've seen some slick shooting from Cale Corsi. He's had the hot hand here tonight.
Crawfordsville played well. Coming in with a record of 6-7. I've been impressed with Crawfordsville. They've done some very nice things. Corsi having a great game shooting the ball, so that certainly helps.
Coach Pierce's team starting to play pretty well down the stretch here for him as they approach the final month of the season. Sadian blocked by Perry.
That was good defense by Perry.
Farley will step out to guard McLemore. Skinner draws Corsi now. Does a good job cutting him off. 3 on the way. Rattles in and out. Russell with the rebound. He'll push for Frankfort. Lane wide open. Shot just a little short.
Stuck with it, though. Good effort. Ball out of bounds. Frankfort retains possession.
I think Chris Russell was as shocked as I was that the lane just kind of opened up there.
Exactly. Like the Red Sea opened right up, so.
Russell in the lane, picks up his dribble. Get it to Cruz. Cruz hasn't had a touch on the block in recent possessions. Skinner shot, no. Sadian pulls down the rebound. Crawfordsville look to take a little bit of air out of the basketball in these possessions and work some clock.
Certainly spreading things out a little bit here. Sporting that 49-33 lead. Don't look to be in any big hurry.
We mentioned Carmel and Ben Davis being on our airwaves tonight on ISC Sports Network pay-per-view and MyIndy TV. That's a page out of their book. They like to slow things down. Of course, he goes baseline, loses the handle, regains. Looking for help. Burris turns it over. Farley draws some contact, no foul called. And now a run out the other way for Sadian. Sadian with 12 points tonight.
Crawfordsville builds that lead back up to 18.
Farley off the mark there. Got to push it to 20, and we get a foul here on Cruz down low, more than likely with the body.
Take another look at that. A little bit of a chest bump there by Cruz.
Crawfordsville to inbound.
Frankfort's going to need some turnovers here, but Crawfordsville coming in this game only averages 12 a game. They seem to do a good job taking care of the ball.
Good job staying with it from Fuller. His first field goal tonight. He's the sixth Athenian to get into the scoring column. Farley being checked by Fuller now. Screen from Cruz. Farley spins in the lane. And you get the foul here on Fuller. Looked like his clean upstairs maybe got him with the body.
Here's the thing Frankfort, I think, needs to do, Sean. Down 20. This game might not be where you want it to be. It's going to get away from you, but, hey, you got other games coming down the year. What can you do here in the fourth quarter to help end on this night with a good note and be ready for tomorrow night and going forward as well?
Farley gets the first free throw to drop. That's a great point. Just like you're teeing me up to talk about the fact that we're going to be back here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
West Lafayette and Frankfort. The game will tip sometime around 7:30. Make sure you tune in sometime right after 7 if you're looking for that full broadcast. Four and a half minutes to go. 18-point lead for Crawfordsville. The team's working hard defensively, offensively here. You're going to get a foul with the body, and that's be number 4 on Chris Russell.
I think that was kind of a bailout too by the fit. I didn't see if. Not going to get a look at that, but I didn't really see a lot there on that foul, Sean.
Tyson Fuller gets the first of 2 to go from the line. Look at them both. Fuller averages almost 7 points per game. He was scoreless till the fourth quarter here. Now he's got 4. Crawfordsville, a very balanced team. We've seen pretty much everybody who's hit the floor tonight get involved in the scoring action. Farley had that one taken away by Fuller, but they call him for the foul.
Crawfordsville coming in this game averaging 47 points a game on the offensive end at 55, so they're up and above over their offensive average.
Farley, quick release on the three, no. Wood can't keep it alive for Frankfort. Crawfordsville push. Good hustle back by Russell.
Got his hand in there, got a turnover.
It's been a while since we've seen Cruz get a touch on the block, though,
Yeah,
Joe.
they've really done a good job of shutting him off here in the second half.
Off the screen from Cruz. Goes Farley, back to Russell. Drives down the lane. Foul here, 2 shots for Russell coming from the line.
Take another look at that. Russell being aggressive with the ball. Picking up a foul opportunity for 2 free throws.
After the hot hand the other night that Russell had against Clinton Central, that is his first point tonight.
Russell kind of, I'm not saying he saved the day for the Hot Dogs, but he came in and made a big difference for Frankfort. Got a few buckets and did some good things with the ball and able to get Frankfort a win out at Clinton Central.
Gets both of these at the line. Getting that game against Clinton Central, 13 points on 4 of 6 shooting from the floor. Wood will pick up the foul here, going for the block. Instead of ball, he got skin that time.
Yeah, I'll show a replay there. Wood getting a little arm there on the shooter.
That one rattles around and drops for Drake Burris. He's now in double figures with 10.
Drake Burris getting the friendly shooter's roll on that free throw.
The third Crawfordsville player tonight to get into double figures. Back to a 20-point game. Farley lines up a 3. Doesn't get it off the bounce. No shooters roll or bounce on that shot. I saw one of the greatest shooter bounces, rolls, whatever you want to call it, in this gymnasium, boys basketball regional. And this has been a handful of years ago. Overtime game, Liberty Christian versus Central Catholic. You get another look here.
Good clean block there. I'm not sure where the foul came for Frankfort.
Liberty Christian threw up a prayer. 3 down here. I counted, it bounced 7 times. Touched 7 times between the rim and the backboard before it dropped and Liberty Christian advanced to the semi-state. And as a matter of fact, their head coach blew out his ACL celebrating and coached the next game the next weekend on crutches.
Wow. 7 times.
7 times.
That's a shooter's roll.
And that's how I have to plug the ISC Sports Network app once again, because if you go there, subscribe to our channel, guess what you get? Access to all those archive games, and that is one of them.
That'd be a good one to see.
You know who else was in that regional that day? Seton Catholic was here. They had a young man by the name of Desmond Bain dunk down here. Now he's on the Memphis Grizzlies, having a nice NBA career.
He's doing a real nice job in the NBA.
Good effort by Perry. You got to love that if you're Coach McCauley. You got a guy hitting the deck even though you're down 21.
That's stuff that's going to pay off down the road, I think, and I hope.
Russell can't get it to go from the block. Under 2 minutes as Crawfordsville slow things down, and they'll look to secure their 7th victory on the season. They'll get back to 500 for a real nice showing here tonight.
They've been able to do what they want to do, get what they need to get offensively for Crawfordsville, they've done a very nice job.
For Cale Corsi, it looks like his night is all but over, and he'll finish tonight with 22 points, just 2 points shy from tying that career high. But, man, he really filled it up for Crawfordsville tonight. There's a shot there by Farley for 3.
Of course, he did do a good job. He got a few of those baskets early, got Crawfordsville off to a great start, and never looked back.
Farley scoreless in the first half for Frankfort, but he's got 10 here in the second half.
Alex showing his ability to shoot the ball and score some points. So, Sean, I just think it's maybe going to take Frankfort a couple games here to kind of get reacclimated with each other, if you will. Who's going to do what and whose role is whose. And
if you're a college basketball fan or you're a fan of the Hoosiers, they went through that this year.
And it takes a little while. There's no doubt. I mean, it's
lost Xavier Johnson. They lost Race Thompson, and they lost a few games in a row, and they figured out how to play again.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. And I think, I feel good for Frankfort. They got Coach McCullough in there at the helm, so I think give him some time. I think he'll get them playing better.
18-point game as Crawfordsville unload their benches quickly. Some reserve players on the floor for Frankfort as well. It's 42, Blake Pruitt battling down low for Crawfordsville. That one off the foot of Skinner. You always love this, too. The Crawfordsville starters are up clapping for some of those reserves getting some time. They were hoping that 3 was going to get pulled there coming down the floor.
Stop and shoot it, man.
Coach Pierce is glaring out there like, don't you dare do it. A fantastic night of basketball here on the ISC Sports Network. Our final in this one, 58-40. Joe, your final thoughts here on the boys contest?
Well, it was a rough night for the Hot Dogs, losing 58-40, but hey, right back at it tomorrow night against West Lafayette. Probably have a practice in the morning. I think the attitudes will be good. Frankfort never quit tonight, so Coach McCullough will sit down with them, point out a few things, and back at it tomorrow night and see what we got.
Your double-figure scorers on the night. Doug Wood led the way for Frankfort with 11. Victor Cruz and Alex Farley both with 10. On the other side for Crawfordsville, they were led by Cale Corsi with 22 points. Drake Burris and Alex Sadian both chipped in 12 in their winning effort. Frankfort falls to 8-7 on the season. We'll see if they can get back on their winning ways tomorrow night. Again, our coverage will start sometime after 7 p.m. as West Lafayette comes to town. But congratulations tonight for Crawfordsville. They get wins on both the boys and girls side of things. The boys Athenians move on to 7-7 on the season. For Joe Rook, all the students behind the scenes, and everyone involved at ISC, I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope you'll join us tomorrow night.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.